Hey YouTubers, Raven here. So I just got done watching The Legend of Korra, Book 4, Episode 1. Yeah, it was interesting. You really didn't see Korra until the end. So that was kind of, like, different. Um, so we start out with, with, Kai and Opal. We kind of start out with them. Um, them saving the day like they talked about yesterday in the clips, and how they're basically trying to help protect the city, an Earth Kingdom region, like a town or something like that. And then the metal benders come in, and it doesn't look like Suyin's not behind it, which kind of makes me happy. Suyin's not, at least as far as we know, Suyin does not appear to be behind it. Her eldest son and his fiance, the woman leading the metal bending army, is they didn't really say her name much. They called her the Great Uniter. She's basically trying to unite all the Earth Kingdoms. She's trying to, but under her control. So basically, she's trying to take control over the entire Earth Kingdom. She wants to rule it. But she gives she there's this whole sequence where she's fighting the bandits that attack the villages and the rail stations and stuff so that they can get the food. Kind of like back in like when in the United States when you had the railroad coming through, and then they'd always get jumped, or like just like bandits and stuff, like in the movie Lone Avenger, I think. I don't know, the one with Johnny Depp as the Indian. Whatever it was called, didn't really care for the movie, but kind of like that, how they robbed the trains and stuff. Basically, that's what these guys do. They do that, and she captures them and gives them a chance to work for her. I'm not really sure how that would work unless she like she seems pretty sinister. So basically what I'm thinking is that she keeps hiring the bandits, like giving them no better choice basically. And then she's probably just like keeping them on hand for towns like the one that Opal and Kai are in that don't want her help, and she probably sends them to attack them more frequently and blames it on, oh, it's just the bandits and you need my help. She's probably doing that. Which is, I don't know, I don't like her, and I don't like the fact that Bolin is working for her. I hope he sees her evilness before too long. Then we have Opal and Bolin's their relationship is really strained right now because Bolin is working for her brother and and the fiance, the leader chick. Um, so we have that, and we have uh we find out that Kai and Janara have a long distance relationship currently, and it seems to be going pretty well as far as Kai is concerned, and we have no reason to doubt that, which is awesome. I like that. I do really like Opal and Bolin's relationship, and I hope that they do get to keep it. We have the whole what was it? The whole thing with the in the beginning where you have blah 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 blah. Asami is doing the train station thing like I talked about in the clip, and that was actually Mako. He's working protection detail for the Crown Prince. Well, he's like now the Crown Prince. So Wu, I think. And he's really hitting on Asami, which is really annoying. Like I said in the review for the clip, you don't do that. He really shouldn't do that. The little eyebrow twitchy thing that he did was just like, no. No. And, Asami doesn't seem to be one that's, like, persuaded by title and rank. If she was, she probably wouldn't have dated Mako. I mean, really. He's a street rat, or he was, and he's just a pro-bending champion that wasn't doing really well at the time. So, the soon-to-be king title wouldn't really influence her choice. I think she really looks at the person more than the title, which is really cool for someone of her status. Like I said in the clip review, I'm not really impressed with how she's dressing. I do understand that it's 3 years after book 3 ended, and she's older. They're all older and doing more respectful things, more mature things. But I'm not, like, digging the outfit. Her outfit makes her look older than she is. Really. It's not good. So, ugh, she needs to change that. I hope when the team gets back together, or at some point soon, she goes back to dressing her own style. She doesn't just like that. I think it was the shawl really that just did it. I think that the shawl is shoulder covering, whatever. That take that off and she probably would have looked great. It was just the color, I think. I mean, it went with the outfit. But no. I do like the fact that we get to see Lin in this episode, Lin Beifong. It's towards the end, but we get to see her, which is really cool because she's one of my more favorite characters so far in the series. I'm pretty sure that 1 or 2 might stick out in this last book, in this last season. Like, I might like Opal more, or, like, not more than any specific character, but she might become one of my favorite characters. She has that potential, I think. Janora is already there, and Asami is already there. She's probably one of my most favorite characters next to Lynn. And so it's really great to see all of them in this episode. The whole entire team of Avatar, Team Avatar, they're there. They've all split up, which I don't really know how I feel about that. Like, they don't really talk, apparently. Like, Mako hasn't seen Bolin in 2 years, I think he said, or a few months. Like, no word from him, haven't heard from him. And Asami and Mako haven't seemed to have seen each other for almost 3 years. And none of them has seen Korra, which I think is weird because Asami was taking care of Korra at the end of book 3. So I thought maybe she would have, like, helped Korra, like, stayed in touch. But it doesn't seem like anyone has really been talking to Korra. Which, I mean, I can understand because Korra was all, like, depressed and everything, which was kind of obvious in the ending, in the finale. But I don't know, it's just, I get that friends drift apart, but really, like, boom, like that, they just drop everything and go separate ways, don't talk. I don't understand how that, I mean, I can understand, like, if they were, like, mad at each other or didn't want to remember, but if they didn't want to remember, then they wouldn't be looking forward to Korra's return. Which apparently should have been a while ago, because at the end, one second. Sorry. At the end, we see a Southern Water tribe ship come and dock at the Air Temple Island, and we discover that it's only her father and Naga. I always want to call the dog Nala. So, the polar bear dog. I think, is it a she? Whatever. I think his name is Naga or something like that. But it's only the dog and the father that was on the ship that we got to see. And he said that, no, Korra left 6 months ago. She should have been here by now. But she's not. So we flash over and we see Korra in a fighting arena. It looks like an Earth Kingdom fighting arena, kind of like how we met Toph. Underground, just in it, fighting until someone's knocked out. Almost like wrestling, I guess, which I think is faked. But for those of you out there that like wrestling, then more power to you. Yeah, she's just fighting with basic earthbending, and she's not all that good. I mean, I get that she's been in a wheelchair for a while, for a few years, I'm guessing. And she probably hasn't been able to practice much besides, like, maybe water bending with her arms while sitting in the chair and air bending. Maybe some fire, and some earth, but you really don't get the whole feel of it when you can't move your legs. You can't really do it right. So she's like lost. The very end, the dude says, "You know, you really look familiar to me." And she's like, "Yeah, okay." And then the guy's like, "You look a lot like that Avatar chick." And then she's like, "I get that a lot." And she walks off. And then he's like, the guy that runs the arena. And he says, "Whatever happened to that girl?" And Korra's walking off. She's like, "I wouldn't know." And that really, like, that kind of, like, that's heavy. She doesn't know what happened to herself. I'm not saying she lost her memory or, like, purposely forgot or is ignoring what happened. I'm saying that she doesn't really, like, she doesn't know who she is anymore. She doesn't know herself. She's lost that part of her. The knowledge of who she is and what she's capable of. She doesn't know herself anymore. So that's kind of, it's kind of scary in a way. I mean, for those of us who don't know who we are really, when, like, if stuff was to happen and we had to, like, go out on our own and whatever, and we don't really know who we are, that could be kind of scary. But for Korra, she's the Avatar, and she doesn't know who she is anymore. I don't really know how to explain it, because I don't really know the feeling. I've always kind of just known who I am. I've discovered it and whatever. Didn't have to take that long road trip to discover who I was. But it looks like Korra has to do that. So it seems like that's what she's doing. She's trying to discover who she is now. And she's kind of sticking with the Earth Kingdom, which is okay, but we spent the entire last season, the entire book 3, doing Earth Kingdom stuff. I do know that we're going to get to see Zuko's daughter, I think is his daughter, later on in the series, in the show, in the season, in book 4. But I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably at the coronation of Prince Wu. So we're going to get to see that, but will Korra even be there? I mean, Korra's hiding from everyone. Her dad doesn't know where she is. Tenzin doesn't know where she is. Mako, Bolin, Opal, Kai, Asami, no one knows where she is. And that, Janora doesn't know. It doesn't bode well. She needs to find herself, and she kind of needs to do it quick, because crap's about to go down with the metal benders and that army that they're building. And really, I want to know what role that Su Yin is going to play in that, because it seems like she's against it, which makes me happy. But I don't, it doesn't seem like we can really know for sure. So I'm kind of patiently waiting on that. So Korra's on a search to find herself, and we'll probably get that in book 2, in episode 2. I kind of was hoping that they would do a 2-part season premiere, but it doesn't look like they did. It just looks like they have the 1 episode up. If the next episode comes up today, some other time during the day, then I will do another review for that episode. So, and I'll post it down in the description or whatever down there in the doobie bop bloop bop boom bop thing, bop boom, whatever. So if there's anything you liked about the show, comment. If there's any questions you might have about the show or the whole series, the whole world in general, ask it down below. And if I can't get to your question, or if I think it's something that we would all like to discuss, then I'll talk about it in the next episode review. So yeah, and I'll answer any questions you might have down below. if I can find them or if you comment. Because I can't answer if you don't comment. So yeah, comment, subscribe, like, share me with your friends, because the more the merrier. Let's get out there and talk Avatar. Let's get out there and talk Korra, because Korra is awesome. Okay, so that's it for now. Raven out.